Okay, now that we got that over with, let's proceed on to the rest of the castle. This video will cover all the way to the second boss, or at least I hope. So we proceed on into the chapel area. Here we'll find some new enemies lurking about. None that are really that troublesome. Typical in Castlevania games, you're going to find yourself retracing the same area over it again. Normally when you get abilities that allow you to traverse even further into the area than you were before, such as what's going on right here is we're traveling to the top of the castle in this particular section of it, and we're only going to be able to get a few items here, but we're not going to be able to get them all. So this requires really good memory or note-taking skills to just keep track of all the available items that you can get while you're traversing Dracula's castle. Here's one of the very few times that the zombie soldier ability, the grenade, can be of good use. See those stationary items? Look how it blows it up right there. So, and that keeps you out of harm's way. So overall, it's a useless ability, but that goes to show you that in certain situations, even it can be very useful. And that's what I was talking about right there. Those two items right there are unattainable right now. I do believe that with the double jump, we'll be able to reach them, though. And I might be able to get this one. Yep, sure can. Here I'm just reaching up to the top part to get an item that I remembered was up here. I'm just making sure that, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's just money. Okay. I actually thought there was something up here. Aha! Here we go. Again, you can see me using the ghost ability now that I have more MP and able to charge a little bit quicker. It's just so useful. Look how powerful that is. It's even more powerful than my combat knife. You'll also find that certain enemies are resistant to your ability attacks, but then are weak to your standard physical attacks, while other enemies tend to be weak to your abilities and a little bit more resistant to your standard physical attacks. So I'm going to switch out the combat knife for the rapier here. You can notice that the rapier is got a lot less attack than the combat knife, but it gives you a little bit more range and still maintains that quickness. And you know, again, that helps make up for that lack of strength there with the rapier. Again, another good thing about Castlevania is that it's littered with different types of weapons. Oftentimes they'll have weaker weapons, but they have great range. And then sometimes they'll have, you know, weaker weapons, but they're quicker, like the rapier. And then you'll have stronger weapons, but they tend to have either low range or they tend to have high range and they're very slow to hit. And with those 3 quick hits, I'm able to dispatch those skeleton knights, whereas before I was troubling myself a little bit by trying to get in close with the combat knife. Or I could just destroy them with the ghost ability there. You can see there the limitation between the ghost ability. It's got some kind of homing on it, but it's not very strong, so it can miss. So you know, it's just something to watch out for. You need to be fairly close to guarantee a good hit. If you can hit with both balls, both orbs, then you can really deal some damage, but that doesn't happen very often. And here I could have used a grenade, but just decided not to and to forgo it. Okay, here we go. This is your second boss, the Manticore. Again, it's just a stronger enemy that you'll face later on in the castle. Here you have to get in close to strike it, of course, but you need to watch out for its stinger. That can deal a bunch of damage. Using abilities such as the axe will allow you to be able to hit them from far away, but it can quickly drain you of your MP. So what I do is I use the strategy of moving in close and then backdashing away. Just watch out for his fireballs. He can alternate the use of those fireballs. Sometimes he uses them in patterns of 3, other times just once at a time, and it can catch you off guard like it just did me there. Manticore is definitely more dangerous than the first boss, but again, he should be no trouble for you in normal mode. And there we go. That'll probably complete this bid.